We have some nagging things that are keeping us from being full strength right now. I'm really excited about this group. When we start out Friday, we're not going to have a Brett Pirtle who has to go home and watch his brother get married. We're not going to have a Woodruff just yet. We're not going to have a Ben Bracewell just yet. Not 100% sure if we're going to have a Kyle Hahn just yet, who's been battling some illness for whatever reason. Our entire club is, not our entire club, but a lot of our kids are battling flu stuff during the course of the week. So might be a sparse group to start out the fall, the official part of the fall, which is a shame when you consider how hard they've worked in the last 2 months to get to this stage in the weight room and conditioning and in their skill work. So we're excited about this. I think it really gives us the opportunity to showcase our younger kids. Our kids are ready to play inter-squad games because they've been doing so much drill work and again, strength and conditioning. So this is the fun part for them. And it's a little later than we're used to. And, of course, we just got the construction on the field done, which is going to make our lives a lot easier. So it's an exciting time for us, and our kids are ready to get going.
When we talked a few weeks ago, you talked about, gave kind of a timeline on Bracewell and Woodruff. Has that changed any since?
Yeah, I think Bracewell's probably, we would love to see him pitching in a game situation a week into the fall, so maybe a week from this coming Friday. Don't know about Woodruff's situation. His bullpens have been fabulous. The ball's really coming out of his hands well. I think he's, just done a great job on his rehab, and I think he's gonna be great. I just don't know when he's gonna actually get to face some hitters, when the doctors are gonna let him do that.
With how close y'all came last year, did you see an even added sense of work ethic and stuff from the guys this fall?
Yeah, I think it'd be hard for them to work any harder than they did a year ago. I mean, they put a lot into it, and but we do have tremendous leadership on this team. The Brett Pirtles, the Wes Rays. Some of the guys who didn't play a tremendous amount last year, some of those guys, C.T. Bradford's been a great leader and really has had a great fall so far. So we have some guys that we feel like are doing a great job leading this club, especially, positionally. I think we had more, older leadership guys on the mound last year, and I think it's more of a positional player type leadership this year.
You talk about the summer some guys had, and you were able to rest some guys too that needed to kind of take some time off.
Yeah, I think Hahn went out and had a great summer. Robson went out and had a great summer, among others. I think Matthew Britton's somebody who's come back and really made a decision that he wants to play and be in that battle for a middle infield spot. And certainly, I think he's one of the better defenders on our team, maybe one of the best defenders in our league when he's at his best. And he has really improved so much, become a more physical player. He went out and did a great job this summer. And I'm just mentioning a couple. So really, really proud. I think, from a pitching standpoint, I think we didn't send as many guys out because some of those guys needed some rest. Certainly a Holder needed some rest. He took some time off, and Woodruff coming off his surgery. We did have several guys rehabbing during the course of the summer.
How do you feel about catcher, John, and what's the plan for those guys in the fall, just to see how they shake out, and what you can do with who you can do it with?
It's going to be a battle behind the plate, and we feel like we have several good candidates. Certainly, our returning guys have gotten a lot better, and the two new guys that we have in the fold are guys who are very, very talented. We have a lot of competition going on behind the plate. I think each one of those guys brings kind of something different to the table. I think, Garner is probably the best hitter out of that group, but he's come a long way, behind the plate. Randolph is a guy who is a really solid guy all the way around. No jump out at you tool, but certainly somebody who's a great leader and been around some great catchers. Collins is a young guy who from Southern California who we feel like is the future. But how quickly can he? It's kind of like the quarterback in football. How quickly can the freshman quarterback step onto the field and have things not moving too quick for him. But I think he's certainly a contender, and he has as much upside as any freshman catcher I think we've had here in a long time. Cody Walker is a junior college transfer who can really catch and throw. That's his strength, and he brings that to the table. So I think I haven't counted anybody out, and it's kind of exciting to see who's going to be able to step forward this fall.
Same question, kind of, when you look at the shortstop decision. How do you feel about that going forward?
Well, I think, Han has done really well. The junior college transfer, Hack, is somebody who's been very, very impressive early on here in the first 2 months. Britton has been great. Pearl is certainly a consideration, although he's coming off of some elbow issues that he's got to get addressed before we could move him to the left side. It's really tough with Pearl because you just don't want to move him from a position that you feel like he excels in. But we do feel like we have 4 really strong candidates to play shortstop and second base. And certainly Detsy is somebody at third base that's come a long way defensively. And Reed Humphreys is a freshman who, again, brings, he's the future. He's coming off, I think he's 15 months off of his Tommy John surgery, and how quickly he can progress is going to determine how much playing time he's going to have as a freshman.
Are there any guys